Everyone, welcome to the online classes of biology for class 12th. Today we will take up chapter 10, Microbes in Human Welfare, part 2. The subtopics that we will discuss today are use of microbes in biogas production, as biocontrol agents and as biofertilizers. Learning objectives for the session are microbes in the production of biogas, microbes as biocontrol agents, and microbes as biofertilizers. That means after completion of the session, you will be able to understand these topics in a better way. Now, the role of microbes in biogas production. Biogas is a mixture of gases produced by the microbial activity that can be used as a fuel. It is a clean fuel. Certain bacteria that grows anaerobically on cellulosic material produce large amount of methane along with carbon dioxide and hydrogen. These bacteria are collectively called methanogens, that is methanobacterium. These are found in anaerobic conditions like marshy places, flooded rice field, rumen of cattle, etc. And you can also add up the anaerobic sludge digester. This is one of the frequently asked question of board exam that mention the places where we can usually find the methanogens. The excreta of cattle is rich in methanogen bacteria and is used for generation of biogas, which is also called as gobar gas. The technology of biogas production was developed in India mainly due to the efforts of Indian Agricultural Research Institute IARI and Khadi and Village Industry Commission KVIC. It is also an important question. Biogas plant consists of a concrete tank in which bio-waste are collected and the slurry of dung is fed. A floating cover is placed over the digester that moves upward when gas is produced. The gas produced is removed and supplied through an outlet pipe for consumption. The spent slurry is removed through another outlet and used as fertilizer because it is the remaining waste of the organic matter. So it is rich in nitrogen, phosphorus. Biogas plant is more often built in rural areas as large amount of cattle dung is available easily. This is the figure of biogas plant, and as you people are able to see that there is a mixing tank in which we fed the slurry of cattle dung and water. There is a floating gas holder and there is an overflow tank which collects the spent slurry. In the floating gas holder, there is an outlet for the biogas. It is also one of the important figure which is asked in the board exams. Now the second topic is microbes as biocontrol agents. It is use of biological methods to control pests. It rely on natural predation than using chemicals, and few examples of biocontrol agents are Bacillus thuringiensis, a bacteria which is found in soil and it controls the bollworms and corn borer. The ladybird beetle is another example for biocontrol agent which control the aphids. and dragonflies, which control the mosquitoes. Here is a sketch, or we can say a picture is there, which is showing that the Bacillus thuringiensis, the Bt gene, is taken out from the bacteria and inserted into the plant, and the worm, it dies after attacking the plant or ingesting the cells. So it is basically managing the number of the pest instead of eradicating it. The biocontrol means use of biochemical method for controlling plant diseases and pests. The chemical used as pesticides and insecticides are harmful to human beings and animals as well as to the environment. Incomplete. Biological control of pests and diseases is a method of controlling pests on natural predation rather than chemicals. The organic farmer creates a system where the pests are not eradicated but kept at manageable level by complex system of check and balance within the living and the vibrant ecosystem. It is very necessary to maintain the balance of an ecosystem. So instead of eradicating, we should manage the number of pests so the harm can be minimized or controlled. For example, the ladybird and the dragonflies are used to get rid of aphids and mosquitoes respectively. On brassica and fruit tree to control butterfly caterpillars, bacteria Bacillus thuringiensis is used. Now there are some pictures of biocontrol agents. The first one is the ladybird beetle, which control the aphids, and the second one is dragonfly, which control the mosquitoes. Now the third subtopic is role of microbes as biofertilizers. Some examples are bacteria as symbiotic rhizobium. Some bacteria are free living as Azospirillum, Azotobacter. They also help in enriching the soil. Cyanobacteria, that is the blue-green alga, and fungi in the form of mycorrhiza. Now there are some pictures which are showing the structures and organisms which can be used as biofertilizer. The first one is showing the symbiotic association. So the root nodules are there where resides the symbiotic bacteria which fixes the nitrogen for the plant. And the second one is the blue-green alga which fixes the nitrogen into the soil when we sprinkle it on the soil. And the cyanobacteria has a specific cell termed as heterocyst which helps in fixing of the nitrogen into the soil. Biofertilizers are organisms that enrich the nutrient quality of the soil. The main sources include bacteria, fungi, and cyanobacteria. The root nodules formed by Rhizobium bacterium on root of leguminous plant increase the nitrogen level of soil, which is necessary for various metabolic processes. Azotobacter and Azospirillum are free-living bacteria that live in soil and fix atmospheric nitrogen into organic forms. Symbiotic association of fungi with angiosperm plants, and the association is termed as mycorrhiza, also increase the fertility of soil. Glomus form mycorrhiza that absorbs phosphorus from the soil and passes it to the plant. These microbes also provide benefits like resistance to root-borne pathogens, tolerance to salinity as well as scarcity of water. Cyanobacteria, an autotrophic microbe found in aquatic and terrestrial environment, and it is helpful in fixing the atmospheric nitrogen. In paddy field, this acts as important biofertilizer. Blue-green alga also add the organic matter to the soil and increase its fertility as well as the water holding capacity of the soil. Now, I think all the three topics, that is the microbes as biocontrol agents, microbes as biofertilizers, and the microbes in other useful way is clear to you all.